how to read a file and everything we have discussed in the last session. So here it is, we have a content too. Okay, so this is we have discussed in the last session. Okay, so the overview of Node.js and all we have studied what is event, what is a V8 engine. This is all theoretical thing we have discussed. Um, how to install a Node.js and all we have done. Installing a packages and everything we have done. Uh, Node.js basic. So understanding event loop. So event is what something is happened here, and the next is a set timeout function. This is how we are going to be called, and how to read a file. So that is a we have discussed. Okay. The next we are going to be discuss about a callback, promise, and async and await. So as we discussed, is already we have discussed in a JavaScript, but anyhow we are going to be discuss one by one again. Okay, what is a callback? So callback means see, first is the callback, promise, and asynchronous. These are all the mechanisms to handle the asynchronous operations in Node.js, evolving from the callbacks to promise and finally asynchronous. So first is what a callback function. A callback is a function passed an argument to the another function. Means we have a function. For that function, we are calling one more function. So that is called a a callback function. Okay, so here we'll take one example here. What is a callback? A callback is a function passed as an argument to the another function. So you can say as a passing a function to as a parameter to the another function. So like that. So we can say. So for that I will write a code here. So I will just go here. Okay, so this is what I will do. I will remove this one because I want to write in a index.js only. So just select all and so callback. So callback, how we are going to be discuss here. So just I will take a one. What is this one? So we are taking a one function fetch data. That fetch data here it is there, and again we have a callback function. So that callback is a set timeout function. So this is how we are going to be discussing. The first is what a function fetch data bracket. So this is a normal JavaScript function we know. So then we are passing a callback and a set timeout is a the internal function. So we have many other functions. Set timeout is a one it is working on a time. So here open close brace. So here it is we are calling a one more arrow function inside a set timeout. So then here it is a callback. Okay. So something in the callback I will type hello data received something like that. So save it. Will calling after some thousand. milliseconds. Okay, so this is the fetch data is there. In the fetch data we are calling a one more function, that is a callback, passing a parameter is a one hello data received, something like that. So then, so this is the fetch data. So fetch data bracket. So this is what function defining. This is called a function calling. Inside of fetch data, we are calling the arrow function. So here we are passing a data. Okay. So that data CLG data controllers. So how to run a project? Anyone? How to run this project? Sorry, npm minute. Rakesh, Suman. Sorry. No, so that is for a no, that is npm init is for the creation for run node index. See what is happening here. So whenever we run the program, so how it will be running? So it is running by line. So which function it will call first? Anyone? Here, which one will be called first? Set timeout is going calling first or fetch data calling first? Anyone? Yes, because this is called a function defining. The actual function call will be happening here. So first it is calling a fetch data. So here what happened? Fetch data it is going here. And again it is a callback function it is calling. So that callback it is passing a parameter that is the data. So it will do the callback, but it will wait for 1,000 milliseconds because so this set timeout is going to be complete after 1,000 milliseconds. So for that time, it is going to be wait and it will return fetch data with the hello data is received. This text will be dumped here. So that is printing here. So if you just see here, node index. So it will wait for 1,000 millisecond and all. Okay, if I just make a 3,000 millisecond, you will see how it will works. Yeah, so it took some time, right? So this is called a JavaScript callback. So fetch data is calling and it is calling a one more callback function. So from here to fetch data from here call to so callback. So it is calling and it is passing a data as a parameter. So that is it is given to the fetch data. Okay, so this is called a callback. So what does it mean? So I am calling you and you calling to another person, like that. Fetch data calling here, and inside of fetch data one more callback function is there. So that callback function from here to here and here to here. So set timeout it is waiting for a some time. So this is for the callback. So just I want to go for the next is a see explanation. Fetch data is called with a callback function. So, so fetch data is there. You ignore this one. What is this one? This is the arrow function. Arrow function it is called, and it is passing the data as a parameter. So there it is calling a. So after 1 second, the callback is executed and printing the data received or whatever the thing you want to display. So this is called a callback. Fetch data here, from inside of fetch data we have one more callback. Okay, this is called a callback. The next is what a promise. The promise provides a cleaner way to handle the asynchronous operations, avoiding a callback hell. So what happens here? I will give an example. You are going to be hit to. uh, connect from the front end to the back end. Okay, so here what happens, you are going to be logging, you are going to log in for the front end application, so that is going to be hit to the API. So what happens if you have internet slowness or something like that, so it has to be wait. So it doesn't mean like that, okay, it is not connecting and it should throw an error. So to avoid this situation, so there is a asynchronous, the promise will be coming into the picture. Promise provides a cleaner way to handle the asynchronous operations, avoiding a callback hell. Okay, so here, same function, I will just show you. Already you have seen resolve and result. Resolve will be in the success caller, reject will be in the failure call. So we already discussed in a JavaScript only. But anyhow, I will write a program one more time. Okay, so here I will take a function. See, why we have to understand this one in the sense, we understand a callback and we have async and await. So we are going to be understand means, so these concept we are going to be implement in a project. So fetch data, enter open close brace, return a new promise, return return new promise. So here I have a one more function. So there are two possibilities is there. Either resolve or a reject. Resolve or reject. Then set set a timeout. Okay, set timeout bracket. Again we are calling a one more arrow function. So when it is called a resolve, resolve is like a, whenever it is a positive thing. So there resolve function we are going to be called, and we are passing a something, one text. Data received successfully. So this is the promise. Okay, so then we are calling a one more function, the fetch data, return new promise, resolve. So set timeout, resolve data received successfully. So this is the function defining as done. So next we are having a function fetch data. Then we are calling a one more function, you can call as an callback or anything. Okay, so function fetch data, why it is showing an error? Okay, sorry, this is not uh, fetch data bracket dot then bracket. So then we have a callback function of open close brace. So there we are passing a data clz console.log. So there is a you can give a data. So here set timeout is there. So I want to print after 2000 milliseconds. Control S, CLS, and in node index. Okay. So here what happens? So here we are taking a fetch data as a return the promises. So where is the fetch data? The fetch data, it is going to be called here and it is coming here. So promise is created and the dot then here it is the then is there now. So it is receiving a then method is used to handle the resolved value for promising printing the data received. So resolve data, it is called and it is going to be print and it is going to do the console.log. So earlier what happens? So just it is a callback. So it is calling. But here it is a promise means. So this is a pakka. I will give you the return value. Okay, so set up data, the resolve function it is going to be. So first it is calling from the fetch data to the here, fetch data to the it is calling a my resolve function. So my resolve function it is taking a parameter data is received. So it is going to be written but it is wait for the until 1000 millisecond. After 1000 millisecond it is coming here, from here to the uh, here, that data is going to be print here. Okay, so what is happening here? Fetch data is called immediately, so it is coming here and it is going to be create a promise object, sorry, promise method. So there are four possibility resolve and resolve. So I want to call a resolve and with some parameter, but it is calling after 1000 millisecond means it is printing the value. So after 1000 millisecond again it will come the return value. So that return value it is come in the dot then data. So that data is going to be print here. Okay, so this is called a what we can say async. Async promises. The next is a async and await. See, similar example will be there. Only thing we are calling a await. Sometimes what happens? So automatically it is going to be call this function. Okay. So that time what happens? It will wait for a some time. Await means it is waiting to functions to call this one. Okay. Same example I will use set timeout is this one. So yeah. So here the fetch data is a method is there. The first what I will do fetch and logic log data. So here I will just comment for a while. I will call a one method fetch and a log method. Open close brace, save it, and async function. So this method I am going to call here and open close brace. So constant data await. Await. What is the method we are calling here? We are calling a fetch data method. So that is fetch, sorry, fe fetch data, open close brace. Then I will do CLC. Okay. So control S, no text. Yeah. What is the error? That is index. Okay. So asynchronous is what like that. Uh, so it is running a function. Okay, it is calling a one function. So this function is called fetch all function. This is asynchronous function, but immediately it will not give the result. Why? Because so it will wait for a 2000 millisecond. That is why. So fetch data method, fetch and log method. It is called asynchronously. So then it will not wait. But if you want to make it wait, so then you call the await method. So it is awaiting for the fetch data method. Why? Because so it is calling or it is performing whatever the operations so after 2000 millisecond. Okay, so this is called the async and await. So here what happens? So async is the one thing, asynchronously it is calling, so it will not wait or something like that. But if you want to make it wait for some specific time or to return from the another function, so it is calling a await. The await is what? This is a fetch data is a one more function. It is awaiting to complete this action after 2000 milliseconds. Okay, so this is called a async and a await. Where we are using in the sense, see, this is a we are using in a React.js and we are using with the Node.js as well. So we have discussed three functions. One is a callback. The first callback is what? Let's say we have a one function here, okay, and that function itself it is calling a one more function. Let's say it is called a one function, so this function itself it is called a one more function, so that is called a callback. Okay, so what is the example for this one, a callback? So here it is a the fetch data is there. The first once the program is running it is calling a fetch data and it is taking the data as a parameter. So this fetch data it is calling, and this is the function it is calling, because this is the arrow function. This function it is called here, that is a callback, but here it is having a set timeout. Okay, set timeout is a one more function, and it is calling or whatever it is performing after 1000 milliseconds. So it will wait for 1000 milliseconds and it will call the callback. What is the callback? So callback is again it is a this whole function and retrieving the data. So what is the data? This is the data. So this data we are going to be fetch as a data console.log. So this is how it is going to be printed. Okay. The next is what callback is for. Then the promise. The provider cleaner way to handle the asynchronous operations avoid a callback hell. Okay. So here what happens? We are calling a function. So we have a one async function and there is a one more a callback function. So here async what happens? Promisingly the async function it is promises to handle the asynchronous operations. So for that it is calling a async function. This is the async function. So if you want to handle the more efficient way, so that is called a async, uh, the async and await. Okay, so here it is a the async and the await. What is the async and await in sense? So it is performing some logic, okay, whatever the logic or something like that. So it will call uh, just async and await. So it will call the function. So asynchronous function is called here. So it is performing some logic here or operations or something like that. So it will wait for the return. It will not return immediately. If I not use the await and it is hitting, if it is not replied, and automatically it will come back. So that's why we are using a await. That await is waiting to complete the task or operations performed here, and it is coming back here. So this is called a async and await. Okay, so This is all about what we can say uh, asynchronous and await function. Now, here what happened? So this is why it is important in the sense. See, whenever we're working with a project or something like that, so you are going to be uh, handle the multiple requests. So where it is happen, let's say you are going to be work with the e-commerce application. Okay, so you have booked the product. Okay, so you have booked the multiple products. So then this is the order, this is the order component, and this is the payment component. Okay, so all your like a Razor Pay or HDFC Payza for anything payment gateway component is here. Order component is there. So order component is calling, and it should order component cannot complete until the payment is success. Once the payment is success, so it will come here and it will go here order successful, and we need to show the some transaction and everything. Okay, so this is called a callback. So then this is the asynchronous means, so asynchronously it is calling the function, and this is async and await means this is the perfect. It will work perfect both for the async and await. So it is calling and it is waiting to perform a task and it will return. So for every application we are using this async and await only. Okay, so that is we are going to be discussed. Okay, this is the basic concept. If you learn means it's not a big thing at all. After this